Yeah, just guys, seriously, let's have fun and let's finish this thing. Let's make another one. This is really great. It's much more, maybe not fascinating, maybe not exciting, but it's something new. Forget about the rewards. As a matter of fact, at least in my part, I don't really care about the rewards. I don't really care about the status. I don't really care about being in the Hall of Fame or anything. I'm just doing it because it's fun, and we all have our jobs, we all have our lives to live, and if we can put something beautiful, something good into it, all the better. We got enough problems already, and yeah, it's just one way of getting rid of your problems. None of us are saints, no one's insane, and everyone's equally good. It's just that we're much better. We can see, we have this vision. We can feel what other players are gonna do, and you're gonna have to outsmart us. Don't beat the wall with your head. Don't think it's just 1 or 0, computer language. You gotta think. You gotta adapt. You gotta outthink us. And yeah, good luck with that.
Alright, 2 elephants have been bribed already.
That was a huge move there by Immaculate, but he gets the cap stack and, kills a heap of units.
This is the kind of fight that I was expecting at this level.
Lots of bribes going down right now, but the scouts going crazy.
Perfect timing. That's the perfect time. These guys are going to take the Lakota city. Look at that. Oh my god, Sims just lost his capital. I cannot believe it. Alright, yeah, are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? What's happening here? It's a triple. They are going to triple Dragonio. Dragonio has no clue. Dragonio's capital is going down, no doubt about it. Kron has got all his militia right there.
I'm a huge fan of Young One.
Young One came with 3 spies. That's enough to change the flow of the game.
Would you say EL is more of a democracy or dictatorship?
It's either I play or I don't play. I've been playing pretty good lately, so watch out there.
Oh my god, just look at Zen Mechanics footage. He just went for Science 5. Oh, and TNT just decided, F my city, I'm gonna help them. This is a slap on the face for anybody who said the game was over. That was the best comeback ever in the history of Rise of Nations.
It was neck and neck, man. It could have went either way. Honestly, it was really close.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Nomadium 2. This is the last group stage match. It's been a bit delayed, but finally they finished it, and today we will find out who the last team for the round of 8 will be. And they will be facing off against PLA Art of War. And the loser gets eliminated from this tournament. But first things first, I'm gonna do a quick shout out to all the donors. We have Oscar Alfson with $20, Boscalan with 20, Anonymous with 50, LAT Nomadium with 10, and Graham with 10, Jake with 55, Chicken Family with 20, Anonymous with 20, Marvelous with 33, Jetin with 20, TNO with 50, Roach with 50, Lieber with 10, Moving Pictures with 25, Dreads with 10, Prolays with 58, Boo with 40, and Kron with 20. So I'd like to thank you all for donating. It means a lot to us, and our long-term goal with this tournament is to bring more viewers and more popularity to this game, and this certainly helps a lot to have such a nice prize pool for a tournament. And yeah, it helps a lot even if you donate just $5. It all adds up in the long run. Thanks, but I'm not the ranked one. At least not on the rankings. Anyway, let's talk a bit about the teams. So we have LAT Fusion facing off against AS Chimaera, and both of these teams are the last one game since AS Chimaera lost against AZ Dragons in the first round. It was quite a close match, but AZ Dragons proceeded with a 2-1. And LAT Fusion won their first round against Team Gay, but lost the second round against AZ Dragons. And it's gonna be an interesting matchup for sure. AS has shown some quite strong performance both against AZ Dragons and Team Gay, hence they are facing off against LAT Fusion here. And LAT Fusion is I believe, the best team from the LAT on paper, so I would give a slight edge to them, but we will find out soon what happens. In LAT Fusion we have Cazador, Coco, Paladin, Meliodas and Dragon Neo. All of these players are really solid. Very high level, and we might have not seen all of them play regularly recent times, but they've shown some strong performance in this tournament so far. And in AS we have Sheer, Haha, Psychologist, Sermon and Jovan. And I believe so far we've only seen 3 players from this team, which were Sermon, Haha and Sheer. I don't think we've seen the last 2 players from this team. Anyway, let's jump into the game. Just wanna check quick if everything's correct. What do you mean by that? I had 1 to choose from, so random is the same as the choice 1. What? Not sure that I follow what you're talking about here. Hey young one, Uncle Jonathan, Dutchman, welcome to the stream, and Bo as well. So first map is Himalayas, quite a boomy map. Usually it's hard to be aggressive early, so I expect to see boom nations picked for this one. And indeed that is what we see so far. For LAT they picked Egyptians, Inca and Indians. All of these 3 are excellent boomers. Egyptians are expected to grab some wonders in the game, and Inca are superb with all these mountains and the choke points. It's very easy to boom up. Yeah, this is still a Super 16 game. This is the last game from the group stages, which was quite delayed, but it is done now, and that's what we are casting at the moment. And on the other team we have Egyptians, Inca, so it's mirror pick on the tier 1 and 2, but Sheer has gone for French, so that's more of an aggressive nation. We will see how that turns out. Usually it's difficult to make an offense on this map, but sometimes it can be carried out. Hey Lube in the chat, welcome. So as it turns out, for AS their pocket player is the Egyptian, and I don't know if that's the case for LAT. It's not. So Egyptian player is on the flank facing off against the French player. That could be dangerous for the Egyptian player, especially since they are quite close to each other. This could mean trouble for Coco if he doesn't prepare his defenses properly. In the pocket we have Dragonio with Incas, and on the other flank there's Meliodas with Indians facing off against Surman with Inca. As we've said, Haha in the pocket with Egyptians and French on the left flank. So far I've seen some great rares for AS, diamonds here, silver, all of these are gonna be crucial. Peacocks is very nice to have. Horses for Inca is great. Not sure that there's anything else that is special for them. I don't think so. Obsidian is nice to have, of course. And there's another diamonds towards the center, but it's more exposed, of course. Boo says that no Cazador in game 1, so it could be slightly in favor of AS, and well, we will find out soon. I guess without Cazador this LAT team is not as aggressive as we would expect. Cazador is one of the more aggressive players, but I will still give the edge to LAT in this game. And let's check out the rares for LAT. They have Relics and Papyrus, that's excellent. Marble in close proximity of the Egyptian player could be useful, but nothing groundbreaking. Sugar towards the center, which is quite exposed, but if they can secure it, that would be great. Gems will help with securing the rares that are outside. That's great to have. Silk is very nice as well. And wool in the corner. So overall quite balanced rares actually. I've seen maybe one library rare on that side, 2 if we count relics, but Peppy is perhaps the strongest library rare to have. 1 silk here, of course. And for AS they have dye and silver, so 2 library rares here as well. And diamonds is gonna help with the boom a lot. So I'm quite happy with these rare distributions. It's quite balanced. I cannot understand what the LAT guys are typing, so I will just switch the POV to the AS team. I don't have Jetin with me to instantly translate this stuff. So what I expect from AS is to grab Colossus with the Egyptian player possibly, and I would expect some coordination from Sheer in case there's a Wonder Race, since Sheer is so close to the Egyptian player on the other team. He can possibly raid it with some units, and even if he can force Coco to get military 1 and delay him, that's good enough as well. But maybe 1 Egyptian player we have to settle for Hanging Gardens. Let's talk a bit about the scouting. AS's scouting has been quite nice, I have to say. I missed that there's first in the center. This is equally distant from everyone basically. Possibly LAT could grab it, but well, because they have gems it's a bit easier, but not sure who will grab this first. It's gonna be interesting, and it's quite a crucial rare in medieval age to have, and early gunpowder too. I see that Dragonio went for Civic 1 to quickly support his Egyptian teammate. I guess it's fine, since there's no food rare nearby. He can delay his commerce 1 a bit, and this secures the Egyptian player from getting border pushed into the corner. I like this move actually. And Inca are not that Inca is not that important to have wealth with early on. they can always get some more later. Meliodas has gone for standard Commerce 1 Civic 1 approach. Same for Sermon. I don't see a lot of raid potential here. Maybe on this wood camp, but I don't think it's worth it to slow down with military 1 here. Especially as Inca. Haha has gone for the same approach. I guess he's aiming to max out his eco before getting a wonder. That's a good idea most of the time, but it could bite him if Coco gets the wonder first, and it looks like he will be able to. In an Egyptian versus Egyptian matchup, it could be worth delaying your maxed out eco a bit more. And it seems Sheer is going for the meal 1, and we might see some raids and possibly a wonder still. But Haha needs to bank up his wood a bit so he can build it as well. He's rushing to build this barracks. I wonder if Dragonio is gonna help with military. It seems that he is doing that. He's getting his barracks up as well. This is good teamwork by both sides. It seems that on this side Meliodas managed to grab a bit more land with the help of gems. Possibly a third city here later could help with securing salt and furs in the center. Looks like the LAT will be able to secure this Colossus for themselves. He already has quite a leg up in the Wonder race, and it seems that Haha is bailing on Colossus and goes for Hanging Gardens instead. It was a good idea to raid, especially since Sheer had Bison and his eco does not suffer as much, and if he could slow this Colossus down and Haha steals it, that would be great, but it's quite risky because he doesn't see what Dragonio has, and he has a barracks right here, and it's unlikely that he can raid it. Quite unlikely. Especially since he placed it very smartly. It's behind the city, and this mountain is giving a lot of cover as well. So it seems that Colossus is going to be LATs, and Hanging Gardens is not too bad either, especially since they have peacocks, so that's gonna compensate a bit for the population for sure. I will still prefer Colossus though, it offers a better range of flexibility. You can push hard with military and also make more scholars in the meantime. But Hanging Gardens could possibly help Haha get to H4 faster than Coco. Not much going on the bottom side. Both Sermon and Meliodas have gone to max out their eco. Sermon is sending some units to protect diamonds, that's a nice one. And Haha is building a tower on it. It's gonna be crucial to secure that. Even if they already have one, having a second diamond is like, why not take two if you have it? I'm not sure I agree with this barracks position. I don't think it accomplishes much for him. I would much rather see it built on Sheer's side. Because even if he gets raided at home, it's gonna take a long time for him to get there. I would prefer to just build my barracks here and build a defensive stable at home against raids, if I was him. But this diamonds is gonna help out the whole AS team a lot, these double diamonds especially. Since they are gathering so much wealth already. 99 for Haha, 64 for Sermon, and he will have a lot more in next stage. Meanwhile, not the best wealth incomes on the left side. Even Coco has just a measly 47, because he's not using any wealth rares at the moment. Two is better than one, yep. That's what I'm thinking. The hanging Gardens Peacock Silver is great. Yeah, I agree totally. But I wouldn't write off Relics, Peppy, Sugar, Salt with Colossus as well. It's an awesome combo too. And they have Silk as well. It's gonna make transitioning into Commerce too easier. Oh man, this one heavy infantry is so annoying. It's almost dead, but it still raids the lyrics. That's unfortunate. Slinger fight on the bottom. Looks like Sermon has a slight edge here. Plus 6 HP on him. Might have been worth for Coco to go Commerce too with the Silk. Just to pile on the advantage even more. But I guess it's safer to just age up. It would have been quite greedy to do that against French. But I don't think they are gonna be in any immediate danger here. Given how Haha built his barracks at home in a weird spot. And he cannot really support his French ally at the moment. So this could mean trouble for Sheer on this side. His caravan route is very exposed here as well. This is quite unlucky that the pathing of the caravan went here and not the other way around. Even one tower could deny this wealth income for him. Boo says AS beat AZ on this map. They know how to do it. Yeah, that is true. They did beat AZ on this map. It was quite an intense match. So, yeah, they might do it, but they will need better army management than LAT. LAT will have better armies with salt and sugar combined, most likely. I like how sometimes they are speaking in English and sometimes in Spanish. It seems that Coco will not have trouble booming up. 0 scholars and already 60 knowledge. But Haha has 135 knowledge income already. This is getting scary for LAT. They need to catch up in the knowledge. And the thing is, with 2 diamonds, Haha will be able to just infinite queue archers and scholars at the same time, if he wants to. The one concern for him is that he's not really built a base on Sheer yet. He does have his villager here, that's nice. But he should hurry up, I think, because Inca can possibly push here if they want to. And it's very hard to stop Inca once they start to get an advantage on you. Also, French are not the best at defending either. Leodas actually ended up picking pyramids, so all the classical age wonders have been put down. This is quite interesting. And Indians will surely benefit a lot from this, since elephants are quite food heavy, and Indians get a wealth bonus, which means with pyramids they will be able to make use of this wealth bonus better. Seems that LAT is taking full advantage of this force here. I'm not sure why AS is not raiding that. Sending just 2 horses there would clear up this whole defensive position for LAT. There is a hoplite here, that's nice though. But horses are so much more mobile, and they could raid all these rares here. I would have suggested Meliodas to get a city towards the center. I don't think this city in the back accomplishes anything for him. It is safer, so he won't get doubled here, that's for sure, but I would prefer to get more map control, since it's hard to push on this map anyway. Come on, Boo, cut me some slack. I'm trying my best here. So far, not much sign of aggression going on. Siege Workshop did go down for Coco now, so they could be doubling shear soon. Unless he attacks first, which looks to be the case. But he will lose this siege, most likely. Yep. It's dead. I don't think he should be making an offensive without the support of Haha. I don't see Haha's army. What is he doing with his units? They are scattered all over the place. He should be gathering them right here and help the French player. He could also age up very soon. With a quick H3, they could be taking this city, actually. That silver could be used a lot in this case. Would be very useful for a quick H3 attack. I see they are trying some raids here, but not really accomplishing much yet. Dragoneo put a hoplite and an archer on the relics, that's a very nice one. It's gonna protect both against horse archers and cataphracts. And I see that AS finally raided the furs in the center, because only Dragoneo has it now. Still feel like concentrating on grouping up his army for Haha would be much better. Because sure, these raids are nice, but I would prefer to help my ally here. He's gonna struggle here, and this is exactly what I said, a tower on the caravan route. It's minus 24 gold for shear, and he's gonna struggle in the long run without this. This will cut off potentially any second caravan route as well. He is sieging it down, but his army is much weaker, and he should run back. He should run back. He's not doing that. He chose to suicide them. That's sad. Coco had a much bigger army, and she's just wasting his units here. He cannot afford to be doing this. He will need Haha's help very soon with this move. He lost practically his entire army for nothing. Where's the raging? Where's the all caps? That I will save that for later. I see Sermon is trying to push Meliodas, and Meliodas doesn't have much of an army actually, so this could work out well for Sermon. He does have 2 towers and a lookout behind, which will help a lot. And elephants are super hard to take down. But it still could work out for Sermon. He's almost at his max pop, and Inca can spam like hell. These 2 elephants are gonna be key. But I feel like Sermon has a lot of heavy cavalry, and heavy cavalry deal quite decent damage to these elephants. This is trouble for Meliodas. He has 3 barracks, but not producing out of any of them. If he loses this city before he ages up, that's a big problem. It looks like he will capture it, yeah. That 1 tower went down, which meant he didn't need as much of an advantage anymore. 1 tower and 1 lookout wasn't quite enough. He brings his militia now, but it's too late to capture it back. And this is a big moment for AS here. Since Sermon captured his city, he will be able to destroy all these military buildings here. And he can threaten to destroy these pyramids if he holds this city, though. I don't know why he's not reinforcing. Oh, he has just 1 barracks and 1 stables. Classic mistake. I really expected him to hold this, but it seems that won't happen. I got a little carried away with that. If he just had 2 barracks and 2 stables, that would have been a much easier task to hold this city. Coco is pushing hard on the French player here. Meliodas is saying that Sermon went all-in, but I don't think that was an all-in at all, since Sermon still has a better boom than Meliodas. He's not H3, that is true, but he has a tons of knowledge in the bank. But that was a good hold by Meliodas. He did bring his militia, which helped a lot, and these elephants tanked the damage very well. Coco is now switching his target. They saw that there's a castle behind the city, so they are now going for the cap. And that's a great move, because there's even exposed villagers here. These are easy snipes for Coco. And Sheer is quite weakened without his caravan. He has just 60 wealth income. And he's only using 1 diamond, not 2. That's too bad. Should be very careful not to waste his army here. Haha is coming around to help. That could turn out to be a disastrous move if they lose both their armies here. I would have preferred to support from the left side, because if Haha gets trapped here, that could be GG for them. I'm not sure why Dragon Neo doesn't have his whole army here. I think he just has a lot of units scattered around the map defending rares. I don't think he should be the one doing that, because he doesn't have enough pop cap for an army now. I would prefer to have Coco doing that instead. But Coco's army is still mostly intact. He lost his siege. That's a big plus for AS, because they can hold on a little longer, but Sheer's eco is in shambles. No metal income basically. And Coco can just sit here and snipe anything that comes into range of these crossbows. Now the Colossus is paying off at full effect, since he can spam so many crossbows. Nothing stopping him. He can just reinforce with siege, and I think this capital will still go down. Haha has just 1 barracks on this side, and even that is quite out of position. He is infinite queuing units, that's nice, but he would need more production buildings to reinforce properly here. This is not good for AS at all. Sheer also lost most of his army. And it turned out to be a disastrous fight for them. Even though Dragon Neo wasn't really here to help Coco. He's just booming away. I don't see how they can stop Coco at this point. Although I don't know why some players just have 1 stable and 1 barrack. This is triggering me a bit. You could reinforce so much faster with just 2 instead of 1. He's moving in for the kill, and I think this capital is going down. Even if Sheer brings all his militia, it's not gonna be enough. He doesn't have tactics either. Coco doesn't have it either, but he has the numbers, he doesn't need it. He snipes 1 Patriot, and that was Haha's Patriot, so no more healing for him, and no armor. And the problem of reinforcing bites Haha back now. He cannot produce enough units with just 1 barrack and 1 stable here. It's not enough. Just a bit more to reduce the city. Militia are coming in at the clutch time. And they are not enough to save it. I thought they would be, but there's no more infantry here to hold. They do capture it back, but damage is already done. Coco got the plunder, plus 500 roll. And it's the best thing that he got the plunder, because he has so much more population space. He can make an army 3 times this size and come back and capture again. On the other side, not much is going on. Someone is still trying to make a push, but he doesn't have the barrel boom anymore. Meliodas caught up with the knowledge, and he has better technology in the library as well. And it seems that LAT securing first was a big deal, because now LAT will get to gunpowder age much easier. What is this library, man? Come on. He could have just gone science 3 and age up. He would be in gunpowder age already. I don't see why this is necessary at all. Score difference is quite massive indeed. Shear's mouse was not responding properly. That sucks. Yeah, I would recommend to always have one spare mouse for a game like this. Never hurts to have it. But still, I don't think that fight was lost because of the mouse. This cap would still go down. This side was mostly lost because of bad engagements that AS chose to take. I don't think better micro would make a difference here. Sermon is still just sieging the city. He should be moving these trebuchets forward to snipe these keeps and lookouts. But even if he does, I don't think he can push Meliodas very much. Meliodas doesn't have a lot of scholars, which is weird, but it allows him to make more military. So it could work out well for LAT, because Meliodas will be able to hold with more free population. He can make more units. And I don't think Sermon can push him here. Even with peacocks, his army is not that much bigger than Meliodas. Meliodas doesn't have tactics though, that could be a problem. Sermon has 2 spies. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about Sunday. It's been quite unfortunate. My internet cut out and it's been back only today, so 2 days I couldn't cast at all. And also it cut the stream in half, pretty much. So I'm just gonna have to pick up where I left off and finish the cast. And after this stream I will be editing the 2 parts together and uploading it to YouTube Rise of Patience, so it's watchable in one place. Anyway, I'm just gonna jump into the game. So when the stream cut off, it was at about 26 minutes, I believe. And just to recap what happened, previously Coco managed to capture Shear's capital and he got the cap sack. Haha has been booming quite heavily. If you look at his library, he has even an extra technology before gunpowder. And it looks like that LAT is winning on the left side. Meanwhile, it's more like a stalemate on the right side. Someone has been trying to make an offensive, but couldn't really have a deciding battle yet. I'm just gonna check quick if everything is alright with the stream, and then maybe I'll continue. Okay, everything looks good. Okay, let's go. So, we are expecting Coco to make another push on Shear's capital since it's still not moved. And the fact that Coco captured this city stopped the raising of this senate as well, so he had to start over again. Haha is here to help now with quite a nice army, but I'm not sure that it will be enough. Dragonio is going to help on the other side in the meantime, I guess. Or not. It seems that he has units all over the place still. It seems like Coco is doing fine on his own against two players here. He still has just one barracks and one stable, which doesn't help with reinforcing his army, let's just say that. He still has a lot of resources banked up. Hey Jetin and Lube. On the right side, Meliodas made a pushback, and it doesn't look like AS is winning on any front at the moment. If you look at the libraries of Sermon and Meliodas, Meliodas is way ahead. He has slightly more knowledge, which is quite fascinating given how he has 8 scholars and Sermon has 21. It does look like LAT has the better share of knowledge rares. Coco has been doing a good job of preserving his army, that's what you need to do with Colossus. But I would really like to see him build more production buildings so he can make even bigger army. Same for Haha, because he has only one stable and one barrack. Okay, he's building more now, but he should have come much earlier. He will be the first one to reach Gunpowder Age. This will help this side a lot, because they need it. The problem is this gives a discount to the enemy team now. Oh no, I was wrong. Dragon Neo was the first to get Gunpowder actually. But I don't think he can do much with it right now. He needs either Monarchy or Mio 4 to produce a lot more army. And it seems like the LAT guys like to bank up a lot of resources for no reason. Now Coco is aging as well, with some spare knowledge in the bank due to the discount. And Meliodas will be aging shortly as well. This is looking tough for AS because two players are not quite there in Gunpowder yet. Shear is very far away. His eco has been hurt a lot, and of course his knowledge as well. It looks like LAT managed to grab more territory and secure this first in the center, which was from an equal distance from both teams. So they did a better job in this regard. And overall we can see that they have more rares to use than AS does. Which helps in the long run, of course. Still, AS has their fair share of rares, and they have some good ones there, like silver, peacocks and diamonds. Not sure what the plan is for that now. I would like to see Dragon Neo help somebody, either white or red. He's making a lot of cannons. He can destroy this castle very fast. And then Haha will have to go back and leave Shear to die. Or if he stays, then his eco will be in danger. I don't see how AS can turn this around, but let's see. Hey Mac, welcome. The stream is back. We are alive again. Does look like a pickle on both sides for AS here. Sermon is now aging, which is good. But at this point, Indians, I feel like they become stronger than Inca. Since with monarchy those elephants are, even without monarchy these elephants are super strong, but with monarchy they are close to indestructible. Sherman does have the peacocks as his advantage, so he can make more military, but I do see that a lot of his population is taken up by villagers. I don't think he actually needs all of these. I would consider deleting a few of them just to make room for more military and trying to make a deciding push here, because I don't think the other side can win. At least not at this pace. Haha, this still doesn't have monarchy, which is a crucial thing to pick up, and he's running out of time to do that. He also still doesn't have such a big army to make a difference here. Someone is building Versailles, that's cool. I would prefer if he just made more army and killed his side, but I guess this is gonna be a long-term investment by him. It's not a bad decision. I would just prefer if they finish this game, because they do have this game in the bag. They just need to reach out and grab the win for themselves. They're just getting his meal 4 as well, so he will have that extra armor and more population. Dragonio already has it, and he went for Civic 3. Just now getting his monarchy, which is quite delayed, but he's still faster with that than Haha, who still hasn't clicked on monarchy, and this army won't be enough to hold. He's trying to panic build a castle here, but it's not gonna make a difference, especially since Dragonio has 5 bombards. It was actually a nice decision to get so many bombards, because Haha is relying on static defenses like castles to protect himself, but it's not gonna work out. These castles will go down very fast. She is holding on to dear life, trying to survive, but it's pretty hopeless against an Egyptian army, which is gunpowder age. He did manage to move his cap, that is nice, but it's just delaying the inevitable for him. Ceremony still cannot make an offense, he's still defending against Indians. I don't see how they can turn it around. He has 4 spies, which could make a big difference if Meliodas is not careful. He does have enough explorers, that's good, but he will still need good micro with them. He is moving in for the kill now. He does have the extra armor, so why not? But no monarchy for him. Sermon did bribe 1 Mahout and 1 knight so far, so some nice bribes going down. He can still use 1 more, but I don't think... maybe it will be enough to turn the tide actually. Meliodas still has a lot of elephants remaining. This is quite a close fight. Sherman doesn't have the extra armor, but he does have the monarch, so his cavalry survive a lot longer. But he lost the majority of them already. This looks like Meliodas is winning this fight slowly but surely. Haha brought his army home now, which means that Sheer is completely defenseless on the left side. He does manage to scare away Dragonio, but the problem is I don't think they can go Enlightenment Age. And LAT guys are pretty much ready to go Enlightenment. Well, maybe not. Meliodas is still quite behind. But they don't need to go Enlightenment. They can finish the game in H4. In the end, it looks like Sermon survives to live another day, which is good for him. It's quite an even trade, I guess. And the Inca refunds helped him a lot here. But he still cannot really attack on this side. Haha has a nice knowledge income, that's good to have, but something he's been lacking all game is the numbers in army. Doesn't make a difference when you have a lot of knowledge but cannot apply pressure with your army and technology advantage. Dragonio is getting his literacy upgrade now, so his knowledge income will be very good. Coco got that already. I'm surprised no one... Oh. I was about to say no one picked up Porcelain Tower, but Sermon just completed it. It's a nice wonder to have, it frees up some population space, you can delete some more villagers if you want. And also it increases knowledge income from the rares, but I don't think they have a lot remaining. Like there's die, and that's the only knowledge rare they have. It's giving plus 32 for him at the moment. It's not gonna make such a big impact, I feel. Chatting says Coco is MVP, and I would have to agree. He pretty much pushed his side 1v2 the whole game. Dragonio helped a bit, but he didn't really have a good army for the majority of the game. Still doesn't, for some reason. His Patriot is... I don't know where it is. I have no idea where his Patriot is. Oh, it's here. Oh, so his army is somewhat garrisoned, half of them are. But I don't really understand why he's not making use of them. You can see that Haha is here helping Sheer on the left side. So he's just free to attack any city of Haha. Dragonio is going extra commerce. I don't understand this move at all. He's already pretty much pop capped, so I don't know what he's gonna use that extra economy on. Meliodas is making a push again, this time with Monarchy, and he captures the city. Sermon doesn't have the numbers to hold anymore. And I don't think even 3 bribes will be enough to turn the tide in this battle. Meliodas even has a lot of heavy infantry, which is a nice touch. They will take care of these Inca heavy knights a lot easier. Meliodas' army composition is better, and it's larger as well, so he has more numbers. Sermon is quickly falling apart on this side. I think they can safely call the GG now. Haha can age to Enlightenment now, but I don't see the point in continuing this. Pretty much both the flanks are dead at this point for AS. Hey Sermon, welcome to the cast. Yeah, it seems like Dragonio learned from you with the extra commerce. He should pick up commerce 5 as well before aging, I guess. And Mackenzie, what's your in-game nick? I'm not sure. I think I've seen you before, but I don't recall your name. And there it is, the GGs are getting caught by AS. It was a good fight by them, but LAT was stronger in this game. I think LAT overall did better with the army numbers. They managed to get more army and use them more effectively overall. Haha had lacked a lot of army for a long time, and Sheer was hurt a lot by the push that was made by Coco on between these two cities. First of all, it hurt his caravan route because his caravan was going right through here, and Sheer also took some bad engagements, and that's deadly against Egyptians with Colossus. Coco did a good job of preserving his army and pushing his side. And Meliodas also defeated the Inca player on AS, which was a really nice job by him, considering he had the tier 3 nation in this game. And LAT also managed to grab more territory overall and secure more rares. And AS was just getting backed into a corner more and more through this game. Anyway, that's it for about game 1. LAT takes the win, and with that we will jump into game 2. So, second map is Southwest Mesa. Don't know how to pronounce that, but I guess you got it anyway. So this is kind of a mix of boom and offensive map. These cliffs do make it difficult to rush, but they can also help with offensive strategies because some players might get separated due to these cliffs, and it's harder to help your allies as well. So I'm interested to see what these teams picked. It's a good idea to build your cities a bit closer to the center, because on like a circle through the middle areas there's a lot of wood, and we can see that right here. Towards the middle there are a lot more wood than on the outside, where there are like +6 or +5 at best. Let's look at the nations real quick. Yeah, this is a replay I'm casting for the tournament. This is a group stage match. I didn't actually play in this game. So AS has gone for Americans, Nubians and Koreans. Interesting combo. I like the American pick because there is no tier 1 pick in this game. So there's a good chance that American player can grab a wonder, because the Egyptian player won't be there to build them all. Koreans are definitely nice to grab some more territory and annoy the opponents with. And Nubians are overall solid pick, they are quite flexible. On that side we have Americans again, which is a good pick, like I said. It's gonna be interesting who can grab Colossus out of these two players. And tier 3 is French. I think that's a very solid pick for this map. They can definitely make use of their offensive capabilities. And Meliodas has Maya as the tier 4 nation. Maya are overall decent pick for any map, I think. They have quite a fast start and can defend pretty well early. Looking at the map positions, I like LAT's position slightly better, just because they are closer to the center. But it looks like ES won't be struggling on the wood. They still got some of the central woods. Haha has a +8 here, Sermon has a +8 as well. Sheer had to settle for this city inside the cliffs, because 2 of his villagers were inside and he didn't want to walk all the way around. So he has only a +5. But Koreans are quite a decent nation to have early on. With their 3 extra villagers, they can catch up quite nicely. So it seems that the Korean player here is facing Coco with Americans, so it's kind of a rematch from last game. In the pockets, ES has Sermon with Nubians. I think that's the ideal composition for ES, since Nubian player is usually vulnerable in the early stages and it's better to have him in the pocket. LAT's pocket is Meliodas with Maya. And on the left side, Dragonio with French against Haha with Americans. Now I do want to say that there are fewer rares than usual on this map. So it's quite important to have good rares on this map, because there are not so many of them. And so far I see copper, dye, marble, amber, horses and cotton on AS's side. Not the best set of rares I've seen. I don't really like this set of rares. There's only 2 rares for gold. Horses is nice to have, but there's no real boom potential for these guys. If they can potentially grab the relics in the center, that will help out a lot. And there's this papyrus that is also quite close to Sheer. And with a quick civic one he can grab that, but I don't know if he sees it. He might not build towards that. If they can grab Peppy and relics, then that's perfect setup for AS, because they have much better chances at outbooming the enemy. And LAT has salt, tobacco, peacocks, spice, bison, wine and silk. So overall I prefer LAT's rares, because peacocks, salt, silk are quite nice to have. Spice is also a nice rare to have. It's quite underrated in my opinion. But AS can balance it out by grabbing some of these good rares in the center. Dragonio asks, is it allowed to notice allies' hidden ruins? I guess he's referring to lookout scouting, and yes, it is allowed. Interestingly, he went for a quick military 1 against Haha, who went for commerce followed by civic 1, and he's building his city in the back. I guess building it back is a safe decision in case he gets raided, but I don't see how he can defend himself against Dragonio's raids at this point in the game. Hey Koala, welcome to the stream. So there's a lot of potential right now for Dragonio to raid. He doesn't see Haha's wood camp here, but he can safely assume that it's there, just because that's the only big wood patch near Haha. I don't know if he'll go for that. He does notice Sermon's second city, which he built in front of Haha, and it looks like it will get denied. This is really unlucky for Sermon. And another unlucky thing for AS is that they don't see relics in the center, and they don't see Papyrus either. In fact, Papyrus is being used at the moment by Coco here, and it seems like he will be able to grab that. Here built his city more towards the right, and I don't think they will be able to secure Papyrus for now. This is quite unlucky scouting for AS because they've done a good job of scouting overall. They have a good percentage of the map revealed already. LAT has done a good job of scouting as well, but AS still has more territory revealed and they still didn't notice Relics and Peppy here. Now they did, but their cities are already put down. And the fact that Sermon's second city got denied here might turn out to be an advantage for them, because now he beat it at home, and since Nubians see the the rares in their territory, now he sees these relics, and it's gonna be a crucial part of the game, I'm sure. LAT also sees these rares, so they can potentially raid it, but this protective cliff is gonna be nice for AS, because potentially Sermon can build a third city here and just secure relics completely. I didn't see what Dragon Neo did after denying the second city. I think he just went off to raid some rares, but he didn't find anything so far. And it looks like he will be unlucky here, because this archer will come out just in time to save this merchant. Now the Nubian extra HP is helping this merchant survive a bit longer. Otherwise it might have died with only 90 HP. Looks like Haha's woodline was safe in the end, it didn't get raided. Which is a big relief for him, I think, because if that got denied he wouldn't be able to build the barracks and defend himself. But now he's fine. And Dragon Neo is quite delayed, he only just now got his second city up and his eco still needs some work to do. His teammates are doing fine. Coco and Meliodas are doing fine, they are close to aging actually. But Meliodas decided to go for Civic 2, I wonder where he's gonna build his third city. I would guess near Relics. Not sure where he's going with this. But I like the Civic 2 idea here. Since he has a faster nation with Maya, he can afford to do this, and yeah, he will have a lot more wealth coming into H2, since he will have 2 caravans, not 1. And I guess Coco will try to grab Colossus or something. At least I would expect that to be the plan here. But Haha might be faster to get there. In fact, he's only 20 foot away from aging and he has enough resources to grab Colossus. While Coco is still 80 foot away. Looks like Sermon will be able to secure this relics here, especially since Meliodas is not building his city there. He built it here. I don't know why he built it here. Doesn't really accomplish much. I guess it covers Bison better, but it's not like a crucial rare to have after Classical Age anyway. Even here it would have been better just to annoy and possibly come between the 2 players of AS here. I don't like this city position at all. Coco is now aging, but Haha is first to get there and he will get the Colossus for sure. I will be really shocked if he doesn't, yep. And Coco just aged after him and could have put his Colossus down as well, but he was not quite fast enough to do it. He can still get the Hanging Gardens though, which will be nice to have. It's definitely worth it to grab a Wonder with Americans, because with the instant build time, it saves your villagers from having so much idle time. So they can just go back to work instantly. And indeed, Coco did get Hanging Gardens. So I expect Haha to be better off from this Colossus, since Colossus also gives extra population. And the ability to just spam more and more army with Americans is gonna help a lot. The question is, will Haha be able to do that? Because last game he was kind of lacking in the army numbers as well. So I'm not sure that he will be able to do better in this game, but we'll see. She is being annoying with the tower here. This barracks might go down actually, because I don't think Coco will be getting siege anytime soon. He needs to boom up more before investing into military 2 here. The fact that they have salt here is gonna be a huge help for Americans, because they can make their units cheaper, and having more units means more income for them. I'm not sure what the plan for Sheer is. He could try to grab Papyrus still, because if he goes Civic 2 and he has die, actually, he can do that. He will get the religion upgrade for free, which gives +2 border push for the temples. By default, temples give +2 border push. With religion they will give +4, and with the religion that's pretty much equal to having gems. So I can easily imagine him grabbing this Papyrus here, and even the tower won't stop him because he's Koreans. It would be a nice long-term plan for AS, because it looks like they will be able to secure the relics for the long term, and Sermon has already benefited quite nicely out of this. I prefer AS's position at this current time point in the game, because they have the Colossus and they have better boom potential as well. I don't think I've seen a library rare outside of Silk on LAT side. So, oh, of course Papyrus, but if Coco is not careful, he can lose this. But I don't see Sheer going for that Civic 2 yet. Meliodas put a nice tower here. This protects both his and Dragonio's caravan route. It's quite a nice tower position, because Haha tried to do some raids here, but with this tower he cannot. Not much going on the right side so far, or even on the left side. It's quite peaceful. But it might just be the calm before the storm. And Coco is getting some siege now. He has a superior army compared to Sheer. Sheer should not be taking this engagement. Only on friendly territory maybe, with the senator. These archers are doing a lot of work for him. And Coco lost some units already. It could have been better micromanaged here. Haha does not give up on the raids. He managed to snipe one merchant. I think he might have killed another one on the Silk. I missed that. And Sermon is here to help. Dragon Neo's bootcamp is not safe here at all. But I don't think there were many villagers here to begin with, so I guess he'll be fine. I just don't see him having knowledge. He doesn't have a university. In fact, he probably lost his caravan to Haha, which is a big deal because plus 30 wealth income is not gonna do anything for him. Not just for scholars, but he needs it for military units as well. And without gold you cannot do a rush either. is trying to bribe, but he should run away now, and he does. Good micro there. Meanwhile, a big engagement going down on the right side. Sheer is trying to get this tower up, but half his army are decoys, and it makes it harder. He still doesn't have the numbers compared to Coco, but because Sheer is Koreans, he will get this tower up. It cannot be stopped. And Coco has to run back now. Sheer is being quite annoying with these, and he went for Civic 2 now. He can build his city here. Please build it here, not there. Just be more annoying and push Americans back. Don't let them have papyrus for free. Still don't see him building the third city. The siege factory goes down for sure. Potentially the barracks as well. It's in range easily. I gotta say, Sheer has done a good job of being annoying. And he is indeed going to place his city here. I would prefer it slightly towards the papyrus, but this is good as well. I'm not sure that this will be enough to grab the papyrus, but I guess he can tower it. But securing it for themselves is gonna be harder. I would have preferred it here instead. Sermon is trying to get his third city in quite a dangerous spot. I don't see why he wouldn't build it here. It's much safer there. And Dragon Neo will deny this city because he has siege here. And Sermon cannot defeat this army on their home territory. It's quite a blunder by Sermon, I'd say. It was an ambitious city to place there. I guess here you have to settle for this spot, which is better in my opinion. It forces a better engagement for Sermon because Dragon Neo has to go around. It looked like for a second that Dragon Neo is gonna help his teammate Meliodas on the left side, but he didn't do that. And Sermon noticed that. He went for help, but I mean he went to help his teammate, but Dragon Neo didn't go there. So that was actually good awareness by Sermon. He's aware that his teammate can be doubled. And I think Haha is doing a good job so far. I would really like him have more than one barracks for starters. And he should be upgrading his archers, but since he's aging now, I guess that can be neglected. Coco is the first one to age to medieval. Not such a surprise, I guess, because he has the Hanging Gardens, so that gives him a huge amount of knowledge. Hey Prole is welcome. So Sheer, with this city, managed to push these borders back, but not quite enough. And what I mentioned previously, with the city being placed here, it would have been, this tower would have been captured easily, and he could bribe it if he wanted to. But I like this tower as well because it denies the salt. Sheer is being really annoying with these Korean powers. I like this gameplay by him. His eco could use some more on the metal, but he's replacing them now. So it looks like AS is in a much better spot now. They all have better boom, except no, even Sheer has better boom than the American player. That's quite a surprise given how Coco has the Hanging Gardens, but he didn't make a single scholar. This one guy was given to him by the American power of receiving one scholar, so he didn't build any himself. Sheer built these towers because he wants to deny enemy resources and buildings. Coco had the barracks and the siege workshop right here, and both of those got raised due to these towers being here. And with this tower he denied the salt for the enemy team. He started raising this tower, but he cancelled it now because he got it back in his own territory. And now Coco's tower is right on the edge of the border, and I would really like Sheer to see destroying these merchants, because now is the time to get science 2 for the LAT guys, and it would be better to deny the discount for them. This city placement here is not quite enough to deny this papyrus, and it was a mistake by Sheer. Oh, you mean the lookout towers like this? Well, they are good for two things. One, they reveal any incoming units, like if the enemy comes with an ambush or spies, this lookout will reveal those. And lookouts are good for another thing which is not quite known by most players. They help defend the city, because when the enemy rushes in when the city is at 0 HP, it helps prevent the city capture, because these lookout towers count as units as well, just like towers. I don't like this engagement by Sheer. He does not have the advantage to really be pushing here, and these crossbows are making quick work of the enemy units. He took a bad fight there, and this will cost him. He lost the siege as well, and siege are expensive. Just one moment, I'll be back in 1 minute, real quick. Okay, I'm back. Let's resume the cast. Hey 969, welcome to the stream. Who do I expect to win? I think AS has a better position at this moment, but she did a big mistake by losing his army here, and that could be game changing. Anyway, let's start. I like AS's position better because they have a better boom overall, even without the papyrus. Especially Dragon Neo did a poor job of investing into knowledge early. Meliodas is doing well. He has quite a good economy, almost as good as Haha's, and his knowledge income hasn't been lagging behind either, so I like that. Problem is he's facing Americans with Colossus, and that's never a good fight. It's really hard to press Americans as well, because they can just make more army, and they receive more economy from army, so it's a vicious cycle. Same goes for Coco. He doesn't have the Colossus, but he does have Peacocks, and with Hanging Ardens helping him out, he has a good chance of defeating Koreans here for sure. Shir has now replenished his last army, which is good. But still he doesn't have enough to defend here, I think. Yeah, I have to agree that you cannot let Americans get too big of an army. And Meliodas did try to make an offense in Classical Age, but I don't think it was fast enough. And Haha already aged up to age 3 before he could do anything. And at this stage, Americans will be skyrocketing with their infantry numbers if he produces enough, and I don't think he is. He has just 1 barracks again. He would need at least 2 at this point in the game. And he should already have more units, I think. French player Dragon Neo is pressuring the center against Sermon. But Sermon has a much better economy, and I expect him to hold. Dragon Neo is low with the researches as well. Sermon already has Commerce 2 and Military 3. And he has a castle, so nice job there. He got the tactics, yep. So I prefer Sermon on this engagement much better. French is great in offensive setups, of course. And he can rush in here, but Sermon has just the better economy and stronger units with the tactics. Finally, Haha is getting some more units. He built a 2nd barracks. And this is a good strategy actually to defend. He's sieging this trebuchet down with the help of some crossbow shots, and it does go down. Meliodas is quite passive. This gameplay is quite passive by him. I guess he's aiming for Gunpowder Age, but that's not a good strategy to use against Americans with Colossus. And Coco is quite passive here as well. He made a huge army, but he's not really pressuring any city here. And he's running out of time to do that. He's just now starting to make scholars, which is way too late in my opinion. But if he can make use of this military advantage, then he can still win his side easily. And it looks like he will be able to finally. Shir won't be able to use his caravans now. This one will go down. And he cannot fight this army. Do not take this engagement because it's gonna be very bad for you. He needs to build up more numbers, and population cap hits him at the worst time. He's getting Mia 3 now, but he needs some units very quick or help from Sermon. And so I'm sorry that I missed the fight, but Sermon did end up defeating Dragon Neo as we expected. And at this stage, he didn't get the siege, which is not the ideal, but I guess Dragon Neo pulled them away in time. The thing is that Sermon can now help his teammate if he wants to, because he pushed French player back. If he possibly repairs this city, then he can stop this American offense on the left side, on the right side. And this would help Shir a great deal because he is ahead in the boom, although not by much now. Coco did get Science 3. It's a shame that this papyrus never got raided by AS. The LAT guys could use this all game without punishment. Shir got Forbidden City. It's a nice one because it gives some extra eco to him without taking up pop space. So that's a good one to have, but I don't think that he can still hold this offense by Coco. Coco can get Mia 3 now, almost, and when he does, he will be able to make even more units than what he already has. This salt is still denied. That's funny. Coco said almost 4. Almost H4. Yeah, I figured. Someone will carry. So he certainly has the eco and technology to do so. Dragon Neo is way behind compared to him. And on the left side, Haha is looking pretty strong too. He's getting his second wonder, Terracotta Army, and is close to H4 too. Meliodas will get there slightly before him, but he does not have the American powers like free government and of course the extra population. The only real concern at the moment for AS is the right side, because Koreans are not the strongest nation and they are strong at defense, but at the moment Coco has a better army and he's been denying these caravans for so long. Sheer has missed out on a lot of crucial gold. And this is gonna be a big fight, but I'm 100% sure that Coco is gonna win this. And Sheer realizes that as well. He does run away, which is a good decision. He does not want to waste his units. And that's exactly what he should be doing. He's being annoying with trying to come back here, but he should not stay here for too long. I think it seems like he's committing to this fight, or not. He's running back now. Yeah, it's a good idea to be annoying with this, just to hold off Coco a little longer and repairing the city as well. But it's just a slow death for him at this point. And Dragonio is doing a good job of keeping Sermon at bay here. Sermon could not help his teammate all this time, and this cliff also prevents him kinda from doing that. Haha can age up already, I don't know what he's waiting for. Okay, now he clicked up. Sermon is already there, and he does not have quite a big army at the moment. I don't know what happened, but this could be dangerous territory for him. Because even if he upgrades these units, it's not gonna be enough to hold. French are dangerous when you let them have a bigger army, and Sermon does lose the city, which means bye bye relics. This is a big deal for LAT. I didn't expect Dragonio to capture this city, but he does. He had the superior numbers. Now the Terracotta army did finish for Haha, and it will build some units for him. So free gunpowder infantry is always nice to have. And he will be able to research monarchy instantly. Coco does end up capturing the city, so Sheer's efforts were not useless. They did delay Coco from capturing it, but he could not stop this army, of course. And this is looking like an interesting game. I mean, it already was, but I thought AS had the better position, and suddenly Dragonio took the central city. Although he should be retreating soon, because he cannot really defeat this gunpowder army by Sermon. And on the right side, Coco made a really strong push and captured the Korean city. And this Korean city is quite important strategically, because if he wants, he could be attacking Sermon's capital, or capture the Forbidden City, or just send some raiders here. And Sheer won't be able to do anything about that. And his caravans are still gonna be screwed, because I don't think they can get to this Forbidden City without getting killed. Smoker, Omega, or Dangerous Dave. I don't know those people. Are they some noobs? Koreans can actually try to fix city to hold white a bit more. Yeah, he did do that, but problem is his army wasn't in position to cover the villagers here. He allowed Coco to rush in here, and he could not get around to defend this city, and that was quite a mistake by Sheer. He could not defend his villagers that are repairing and building towers and whatnot. So that's the reason that he couldn't hold it. But he can still be annoyance to Coco because he saved his army. That was a good one by him. And if Coco tries to attack some other player, Sheer can just attack him right back at home. And he's going H4 as well. And Dragon Neo is not. Interesting development on the left side. Meliodas has a massive army now. Pop capped at 110. And Haha is only slightly above him in the population. That's quite interesting. Meliodas is moving in now for the kill. I think they have the same armor. Yeah, they do. Monarchy plus tactics. It's gonna be a close fight. But Meliodas has a lot of this cavalry and he has better micro. I don't know what Haha's cavalry are doing. Yeah, kinda just walking back and forth for no reason. The problem for Meliodas is that this castle is gonna snipe any unit that comes into range, and tower is helping Haha from losing the city. As well as Meliodas losing his monarchy is a big deal, and he has to run back because he will lose all these units. That was a nice hold by Haha. Sermon ends up capturing his city back, as expected. He has the better army now, with better technology. Coco ends up going for the forbidden city of Sheer, and allows Sheer to capture back his city that he lost. He should not be fighting here. You need to run back, man. Go back. Go back. Ah, this is such a bad position to run away. Some of these units were stuck between the forest. And the senator will run through Coco's army here. He does have 2 extra generals, that's nice to have, so he won't lose the armor, but it would be nice to not lose the senator anyway. I think Haha should be killing his side, because he's facing Maya with no wonders. And he has 2 wonders of his own, one of which is Colossus. So in theory he should be killing this side, but with 1 siege this will take forever, man. So maybe Sermon needs to make something happen. And he's sieging now the city of Coco here. This is quite an annoyance for Coco because he has to fight off 2 players now. And Dragonio is not rotating to help. He is aging now to Gunpowder, which is nice. So everybody will be in Gunpowder Age soon. And somehow Sheer survived against Coco's army. I guess Coco left some units here to capture this forbidden city. But I don't think that was worth it. These units could be used in these fights very much. Sheer is now stabilized. He got his wealth income back. The problem is now Sermon could get sandwiched here. Good thing he has a castle here. He built a second castle. That was actually a good call because this city has been in danger for the whole game, pretty much. Sheer is taking another bad engagement here. I don't think his generals followed him either. So he lost a lot of units for no reason. Coco has a lot of resources banked up again. He's going for Mio 4 now. Quite delayed, I would say. He has so much knowledge already. He could have picked up Mio 4 way before. Haha is slowly making his push. He has the obvious advantage, but I'm not sure that who will win this fight. I guess Meliodas will have to run back because he doesn't have enough heavy cavalry. Haha has both more heavy cavalry and more gunpowder infantry too. Both of them have full armor now, with Mir 4. I would prefer Haha's position here. But pushing Maya back will still be tough. Big engagement between Sermon and Dragon Neo. Problem for Dragon Neo is that he doesn't have Monarchy and he doesn't have the operations, so he got completely destroyed here. And I don't know why he didn't realize that this is a bad fight for him. It was such a bad engagement to take. French healing is nice and all, but having -4 armor compared to your opponent, no chance. Merdes says GG here can stop Colossus, and I have to agree with him. He is losing here. Coco is making a pushback on Sheer now, which he can do because Sheer lost some units to him and his army is quite damaged, so I would prefer if he healed these up. But it looks like the LAT guys are losing on 2 fronts now, both in the center and on the left flank. Coco will have a tough time killing Koreans with this cliff and Forbidden City. And not to mention Sheer has still a decent army to fight with. He's been doing a good job with the guerrilla tactics here. He just captured this city back multiple times, he captured his Forbidden City back. And he's buying a lot of time for his allies, which is a nice one. Sermon is now finally making a push on Dragon Neo, and I don't think Dragon Neo has a chance of stopping this attack. He has a lot of units garrisoned in these stables. I don't really think it will be enough, especially since he lost the Patriot. He still has a general, but it's way out of position and these units don't have armor on them. This fight is much more favorable for Sermon. Also, the production buildings are going down for Dragon Neo. He won't have the stables at home anymore to produce. It looks like GG for LAT, but let's see if Coco can make something happen. It's all on him now. Meneldes is also losing his side quite heavily. Haha suffered some strong losses as well, but he can take those losses. He has all the resources in the world and he had the better numbers to take this fight on. This is starting to remind me a lot of AZ versus AS from this same group before. That best of 3 went very similarly to this. First game AS didn't have such a good performance and they lost, and then in the second game they came back so much stronger and took it home. And looks like we will see the same thing, and it will be down on game 3. She is taking not the best engagement. He has a nice army still, but Coco is still in a much better spot and he is indeed running back now. His castle still takes some more time to be destroyed, but it will go down. One thing I don't like about Sheer's play is that he didn't raise his Senate in time. This Senate still might not go down in time actually. But since he has Forbidden City, he will be fine. It's just not a good idea to give a free cap sack to anyone anyway. I think what decided this game was that LAT didn't boom enough in the early game. They had Papyrus and Silk, but especially Dragon Neo didn't even make scholars, and what shocks me even more is that Coco didn't make scholars either, but he could have afforded them easily. He started making them so late, and AS has just better boom from the beginning. The fact that they managed to grab this relic helped them a big deal. They could have grabbed Papyrus as well in the early game, but that didn't happen. Still, AS had better boom, and grabbing the Colossus was another big deal because Americans with Colossus, that's such an imba combo that I don't think it can be stopped after a certain point in the game. GGs are being called, and AS wins the second game. Now I'm really interested to see what happens in game 3. This was some strong performance by AS, I must say. And LAT didn't play as well as the first game, I think. Well played by AS. Let's update the score. And I will be jumping into game 3 in just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. I thought Azteca would play more. And he only played one game in the last Nomadium tournament as well. So it's a bit of missed potential there, I guess. Okay, last game is gonna be on Watering Hole. Quite an exciting map, especially as a decider for the last spot in the round of 8. I will be intrigued to see what strategies they come up with, because this map is a lot about strategy. There's the central pond that decides a lot in the game. It gives a lot of gold to the players who can hold it, but at the same time you have to focus on land as well, because usually you are quite close to the opponents. And the third thing is that the rares are all around the center, so trying to grab as many rares as possible is a good strategy. And ooh, what? This is such a close spawn, especially on this map. This is gonna be a tough game for Meliodas, I think. Oh, never mind. He's Japanese as well. I was about to say the Japanese have the better start here, but since they're both Japanese, I think they'll be fine. I don't think Sheer can reach these wood camps, that's the problem. So they will have to share this wood here. and I expect a lot of early aggression here. Bloodbath, indeed. Goku went for the safe city placement in the back, and I don't see where the third player is. Dragon Neo is on the bottom with Spanish. Oh, this is a pickle. They don't control any of the rares in the center except Die here. They can control them, but Spanish player is quite slow in the early game, and going Civic 1 first is quite risky. Your bootcamp can get raided if you don't protect it in time. Lucky for Dragon Neo is that the Japanese player on the other team is on the top side, and he will be busy fighting the other Japanese. We didn't talk about the nations yet. Let's do that. So this game is tier 1, 3 and 4. ES has gone for Japanese, Greeks and Spanish. I think they are all very solid. Greeks can certainly benefit from the gold from the fish if they can grab it. And they are very well suited for fast H3 or H4 attacks as well. Japanese are very good because they not only they get a very fast start, but they have cheaper ships as well, including fishing ships and battleships. So they are overall very solid pick for this map because they can fight both land and water. Spanish is of course gonna be great on this map because you get a free heavy ship with every dock, and without military one you can already raid the enemy's fishing ships, and that's gonna give a big leg up to you in the water fights early. And on LAT side we have Japanese, Spanish, that's the same, and the tier 3 is Aztecs. And you know what? I like these Aztecs picks a lot because if you basically you are forced to fight on water with every member of your team most of the time, and the fact that they have Aztecs, they will have a nice advantage, not just early on but even in medieval age and onwards, because Aztecs get plunder from every killed unit, and every killed unit on the water counts as well, not just on land. And sometimes it's a ship massacre in the center, so Aztecs can benefit a lot from that. So as it turns out, Meliodas decided to go for this +4 wood in the back. I actually like that decision because it's much safer to have it here. He did end up building a second wood camp on this though. Not sure why. But he's still faster than Sheer, so that's good for him. He says he's gonna go meal 1, and I absolutely approve of that decision. Sheer should be doing the same because their wood is so exposed that it's ridiculous. Same ruins for both Meliodas and Sheer, so I guess Meliodas did have a better start overall. He did a better job of banking up resources. And overall, LAT has slightly better ruins so far. Dragon Neo and Coco did a good job of picking those up. And let's talk a bit about the relics. Meanwhile, Meliodas is building his barracks. Dragon Neo ended up going for Calm 1, and I like that because he gets his free heavy ship, so he can raid the water. But I guess AS can do the same. Let's check out the rares. So they have Furs and Silk here, which is very crucial. Furs should be secured by LAT. AS can secure this Obsidian. Radix and Silver, ooh, that's such a great combo to have on this map, or any other map actually. And that's it. They don't have a rare in this territory, which is quite unlucky, because LAT does, and die is really nice to have early. It gives a good amount of wealth. Let's talk about this fight because it's very crucial. Tower did go up for Meliodas, so it denies a good portion of this wood camp. Sheer is trying to get this tower up as well. Okay, it's not ranged by this tower by Meliodas, so he can build it up. So it seems that both of these players denied the wood for each other. It's quite funny. I guess Sheer can get some wood in the back. Not much. +3. He needs to sieve back and grab this wood patch. He cannot keep using this wood because these villagers will be shut down by the tower. So back to the rares. I think both sides have pretty good rares. LAT will have more number of rares. I think 5. Yep, including horses, that's 5. And AS will have 3. So LAT has the better share of rares if they secure this first. But AS cannot really complain that much. They have silver, relics and obsidian. Silver and relics are especially very nice to have. And obsidian is a knowledge rare, so that's good as well. Some water fights going down already. Dragonio did go for double dock, which is a good strat on this map. Sermon went for only 1 dock and straight for meal 1 after. But he still has more docks than Dragonio. I wonder where Dragonio is gonna be at his city. I really hope it's gonna be here. Or here. I don't see any other good spot. Looks like this is a favorable fight for Sermon. He has more ships here, and Dragonio should be running back with this ship. Or I guess sailing, not running. It's gonna be very close. He can still save it with some good micro. Just 1 more shot and it would go down, but he does save it, that's a good one. He needs to run back with this one though as well. Oof, those are some really close arrows, but it does survive on 3 and 5 HP respectively. Good job. Whew, that was sweaty, man. You don't want to lose any of these heavy ships early. You have to pay very close attention because 1 ship costs 90 wood and every ship after that costs even more. Coco does help him on the water with Aztecs, and he has a maxed out eco, so he doesn't actually need Civic 1 now. And since Dragonio did manage to secure this first, Coco can skip out on the Civ 1 for some more time if he wants to. And he can focus on the water, so that's very nice for that. And right now only Sermon is fighting for the water on AS's side, so he needs help on the water quick or they could lose all the fish now. Now it's Sermon's time to run back and micro like a god. I don't think Haha... Okay, he is helping, he made 1 ship now, but still they will need more. There's a combined forces of 5 heavy ships here by LAT, and some more are still healing up in the docks. Two and 4 HP more than needed, exactly. 1 HP is all you need. How did this city go up? I don't get it. I guess the line of sight was just missed it by the line of sight of the tower, and Haha could still build this city. The problem is the tower still wins because it has a much higher armor than, well, +1 armor compared to the city. The big thing that decides here is the attack, which is 12 for the tower and 8 for the city. So of course the tower will win with fully garrisoned. So I don't actually like this city position by Haha. He could lose this very fast. In fact, he could lose this right now. He has only 1 unit there. And Meliodas has 4 units here. Not sure why he built this city here. could have built it in the back to grab some mountains or something. Sermon did manage to secure obsidian for a bit. I guess this tower can be annoying, but it can be sieged down, and after that they can use obsidian. Haha tried to help, but it's still not enough, and Sermon is losing some crucial ships here. Looks like LAT is gonna win the water for now. Greek's questionable pick on this map. Yeah, I guess I still like the Greek pick because they can age up so fast, but in the early game they don't really have anything to contribute, I guess. But it's also because Haha didn't make enough ships. I don't think he... I think he could have made more ships, even as Greeks. Or even Sheer could help, because he's Japanese, but I guess he's been slowed down too much. Probably that was the case. Okay, that was a nice one by Haha. He built a temple to raise the city HP, and that also pushed the enemy tower into his territory, so he could destroy that. So this city is not in such a danger anymore. Meliodas is rebuilding his tower, and that's a good decision, because without a tower you cannot get militia, and with such close proximity to your opponent you need militia just to be safe. So interestingly enough, the Japanese players are the slowest ones to age, because there's been so much fighting going on. Haha already has whopping plus 70 knowledge, but the wealth income is only plus 20, and that's from this silver and the market, so even his caravan is not collecting yet. I guess he will when this caravan gets back to this city. But still they need this water badly, and I don't see how they can win this without the water. LAT did a much better job of securing it early, and they already have so much wealth coming in. Couple that with the fact that LAT has more rares. This looks bad for AS. I mean, I guess Haha can age up fast, but what can he do without gold? I don't think he can do much. And now Coco already has upgraded heavy ships, so these heavy ships cannot be taken down by one fire ship. That's the big difference in classical age. And he has such great numbers here, I don't think he can lose the water now. He's destroying a lot of ships still. The fact that AS didn't retreat their fish just gives free plunder for the Aztec player. And at this point he could grab Colossus if he wants to. Dragonir is saying Wonder something. I wouldn't grab a Wonder if I was Dragonir, but Aztec player can do it safely. Colossus is such a huge advantage to have on this map. Looks like so far it's pretty balanced on the Japanese front. Both of them have similar economies. Meliodas has a lot more gold banked up though, because of the water. And it will be better for him in the long run. Not sure what Coco is doing with all that gold. He's now building a second university, that's good. Water is still controlled by LAT, and I don't see how AS will try to take it back. Sheer is making now some ships as well, that's good. They will need all three players to push back on the water pretty much. And Japanese is crucial to have because of their cheaper ships. He's raiding this fish, but it's not gathering anyway. I guess with a quick H3, Haha could make something happen on land, but right now I don't see what he can do. He doesn't... He has Despot, oh. Well, I guess he can go Calm too and still age up because he has so much knowledge. But I don't see how he can improve his gold income without the fish. They need more ships and try to take back the water. But I don't think that's gonna happen soon. Walk is saying that Shear's dock is in a bad spot, and that's absolutely correct. He cannot reinforce from the bottom because his dock is right here. And it's also very close to the enemy docks, so even if he could make a good amount of ships, he would be in constant danger of getting blown to bits by fire ships. So I would just consider docking here as well. But these economies are not looking good for AS. LAT has a better economy on every front, pretty much. Plus 20 gold income for Sermon as well. Damn. What happened to his caravan? Did it get raided or what? This wealth income is gonna make a massive difference. It already is making a big difference. Because AS is trying to make a push, but they cannot really do much because archers and heavy cavalry cost gold, but they cannot afford them. But LAT can, because they have all the gold in the world. Now a big sea fight in the center. But pretty much only Sermon has enough ships still. Haha is not helping on the water, and that's a big mistake, I think. And Shear still cannot help on water either. This looks very tough for AS. They have to make something happen quick, otherwise this game is lost. One another thing is why I don't like this city placement by Haha, is that his caravans take so long to set up. He lost his caravan again, I don't know where, but for these caravans to walk all the way here and back, it takes so long, and he's been missing out on that gold all this time. And I guess he's not bothering to replace them now at this point. Dragonio is doing some raids on Sermon. He did get the caravan again. So that's a good one by Dragonio, because hurting the opponent's gold income even further is always a good idea. Sermon has plus 20 gold income, meanwhile Dragonio has plus 85. It's not even a contest anymore. So Coco did a really good job on water early, and they've been holding the water ever since. Looks like this is the final push by AS. They are putting all their hopes into this. If both Shear and Haha bring their militia, then they have a chance at capturing. Just because Coco has so many ships, he cannot produce more units. He is almost pop capped. Meliodas can produce more, but he doesn't have such an eco to do that. I don't know if this is a LAT thing or what, but having one barracks is not enough, man. One barracks for Coco as well. Cannot reinforce properly with just one barracks. AS is running out of time. They need to rush this city and capture it, otherwise I don't see how they can win this game. Haha is aging, that's nice, so he can get his crossbows, but still he lacks the numbers. He has 6 units. That's nothing. And this quick H3 also gives a discount for the LAT guys, and we can see that Coco is already aging. And Dragon Neo can age too, which is what he's doing. Coco needs to send resources to Meliodas, is what Jetin says, and I guess once this Colossus goes up, that's not necessary anymore. And I think the time has passed for AS to make something happen now. Now there are 2 towers here, and once Coco is H3 and gets the Colossus finished, I don't see how they can lose this side. And Dragon Neo is definitely winning his side here. Sermon has plus 42 gold income. It's not enough. I guess plus 130. Having control of this many fish is basically like having Inca for every player. And the other team just struggles completely. I don't know what AS is waiting for. They had the window of opportunity with Haha being H3 first, but they did not use it. They're just still creating units, and time is not on their side. Especially since Meliodas now has a pretty sizable army and he's aging himself now. Dragon Neo is still going with some heavy raids. Guess he can afford that easily. Sermon is not trying to push him, and he will still need more time to age due to heavy food shortage. At this point, LAT has controlled the full pond for so long that it's game deciding. You cannot give the water up for so long. I mean, losing it for the ancient age can be recovered, but now the players are in medieval age and AS hasn't used a single fish all this time. Now Meliodas is H3, his city has become big, and he even bribed the tower here. Although it's not gonna make a difference really. ES doesn't have the numbers because they didn't have the water and they cannot produce enough units. ES also doesn't have any wonders either. Coco has Colossus, Dragon Neo is getting Hanging Gardens now. It just looks more and more in favor of LAT. Finally Coco has got 2 barracks and 2 stables, so he can just infinite queue his units. And Aztecs with Colossus are pretty much unstoppable. They can get an army so big that you can never defeat it. Overall, this is some really passive play by AS, and especially on the water it's been quite passive, and they're not trying to make a difference on land either, which is the problem. They've been sieging this city down for ages now. I wonder who's gonna be to gunpowder first. I guess Coco should be quite close. No, he doesn't have that much knowledge. So I guess no one is close to gunpowder yet. Actually, Haha is the closest to get there, but I don't think this game will go there. Unless LAT decides to give AS a chance to come back into this game. but they did a great job of securing the water. I just don't see how AS can win at this point. It's just slowly losing on all fronts. I think now they finally decided to move in, but this should have come 10 minutes ago. They do capture the city though. That's quite a surprise. I mean, Coco's army was a bit out of position, but I think they will be able to capture it back, given how... Yep, they do capture it back. Coco has a massive army. And he's getting a lot of plunder now, and he can reinforce from these production buildings very fast. Coco is saying GG, we won, and I would say they won 5 minutes ago and the advantage was already too much. Putting down a third wonder now. Yeah, this game really feels over at this point. It was a nice effort by Haha and Sheer to push this, but it was just too slow. Yeah, I agree with you guys. Without water it's not winnable. You have to at least control 2 or 3 fish to make it somewhat balanced. You can win without water, but it needs to be done very fast. Or you need to have nations that are very good with gold, like Inca, Romans, or something similar. So yeah, I think you guys had to fight on water better. It was quite unfortunate because Sermon was fighting against 2 in Ancient Age, and LAT quickly grabbed control of all the fish early, but still it would be a good idea to fight back. Especially since I don't think Coco produced a lot more ships after the early stages. So that could have been a good opportunity to push back on water. But you needed all 3 players to do that. But even if you don't fight water, you have to make something happen on land. And that didn't happen either. It was just too passive gameplay, I think. Which is a bit disappointing because AS did so well in the last game. But I guess this is gonna go down the same way as AZ versus AS did. With a 2-1. But it was still a nice game by AS as well. I think they tried their best, and Sheer is even bringing all his militia now. Last ditch effort. But these militia will be just eaten up by Aztecs, and it's free plunder for them. This is gonna be the last battle, I think. It's a massacre. This is heaven for Aztecs. And yeah, even Sermon doesn't have a chance to win his side. He's been lacking gold all this time. So the Spanish Civil War will be won by Dragon Neo. The Japanese Civil War by Meliodas. Hate this map, me too. Yeah, it does take a lot of practice and experience to get a hang of this map. I used to hate this map as well, but recently I've grown quite fond of it. It's not Still not my favorite, but I would say there are few maps that I hate more than Watering Hole. So I guess GG's are gonna be caught soon, and LAT will proceed to the round of 8 against PLA. It's gonna be an interesting matchup, and I hope they will schedule in time, because that side of the bracket is quite delayed still. Okay, officially over, and LAT wins with a 2-1. Congrats to them. Well deserved based on this last game and based on the best of 3 as well. First game was taken by LAT, and second game a sign of comeback by AS. They played amazing. But the third game was taken by LAT, mostly due to controlling the water and the AS playing too passively on land and water. But that was a good game and a good series. I enjoyed it a lot. Thanks for playing, AS, but LAT will go on and fight for the semi-finals. So that's it for this best of 3 series. Let's go back to the brackets a bit. So with this, the group stage is officially over, and LAT Fusion did win this last game, so that's gonna I need to look for the brackets that are showing the other teams. One sec. Okay, there we go. So this means that LAT Fusion is gonna be facing off against PLA Art of War in the round of 8 here, and the winner of that round goes off against EL in the semifinals. It's gonna be an interesting matchup, Latinos versus Chinese. It's kind of a nationalistic war, I guess. Yeah, that's about it. On the bottom side, things are going very smoothly. Both the quarterfinals have already been done and casted. Those are available at Rise of Patience on YouTube, so feel free to check those out. And I guess we will see you guys in the next cast. Thank you all for watching, and have a good day.